So Hughie Fury will fight Adnan Redzovic on the undercard of the Tyson Fury-Vladimir Klitschko matchup. Now, as we know, Hughie was scheduled to fight Nikolai Furfa for this fight, but that fight has been cancelled. Adnan Redzovic, if that is how you pronounce his name, me neither. Look, I like to think I'm a hardcore boxing fan. I like to think I'm particularly hot on the heavyweights, but I had not heard of this guy. My knowledge of the boxing scene in Bosnia-Herzegovina is limited, and a search on BoxRec told me that he is not even the best heavyweight from that foreign boxing nation, but actually the second best. He's rated somewhere between 100 and 200 on BoxRec, and yeah, I've had a little bit of a look at him. Now, I don't want to do too much discredit from the opponent, because I don't really know what he's about. There's very limited footage on him available. But the facts are as such. He's had one loss. I think it's something like 17, 18, 19 wins. One loss. That loss came to, I think it's pronounced Arnold Jurzaj, who is somewhat of a well-known heavyweight. You know, he's hardly like a Mike Tyson infamous name. But, you know, hardcore fans will have heard of him. I've sort of seen his name cropping up. I think BoxRec have him rated about top 30. And Arnold Jurzaj knocked him out. But apart from that, he's had wins. He's 6'2". He's 38 years old. And if you look at the guy, he looks like he's 38 going on 58. He's obviously had a hard life. If you stuck him next to Vladimir Klitschko, you wouldn't necessarily believe that Vladimir was the older guy, let's put it that way. He's not fat. He's not like a huge heavyweight, but he doesn't look like a toned athlete. You know, he's not someone who seems to keep himself in shape. You know, I doubt he's full-time boxer, but who knows. Having looked at him, the footage I have seen, I mean, the stoppage loss to Arnold Jurzaj, he showed heart, he showed some sort of chin. You know, he wasn't sparked out and he was taking some big punches, but he was wild. You know, he was wild. And he had no real defence, no real technique. And it was almost a bit of a farcical stoppage. You know, he was turning his back, getting hit in the back of the head. I've had a look at some of his other fights as well, not just that loss. And to be honest, it is more of the same. He's quite a wild guy. He seems to sort of throw a little jab, but then swing in, you know, with all sorts of wide, looping, overhand type punches. Certainly not the crisp, clean technician that Hughie Fury is. I think the size dynamic in this fight will be substantial as well. I've got no idea how much you know, this guy is going to weigh. What I can say is that Hughie Fury is going to have a substantial height and reach advantage, combined with a substantial technique advantage. The other thing about this guy is, if you look at his record, he's never actually been beyond 8 rounds. You know, he was scheduled to go longer in the Arnold Jurzaj fight. That might have been 9 rounds actually, but he got stopped in that fight. So this is a 10-round fight. If he does go the distance, that'd be uncharted territory for this guy. You know, Hughie's fought a few different types of opponents in the past. Recently, we've seen him kind of fighting the well-established journeyman types in Zarate and George Arias. This is a different type of opponent here. You know, he's someone with a winning record. This is going to be his world title fight. But realistically, the golfing class appears to be too much. And Hughie Fury looked good last time out. Yeah, we know that he was put in a very good boxing performance and seemed to punch with a bit more power and a bit more snap. It was a bit more of an aggressive, lively performance from Hughie. The other thing we noticed is Hughie was bigger. I think he was weighing in the mid-16 stones as opposed to the mid-15 stones. And, you know, I think to be a heavyweight like Hughie Fury, that's certainly an advantage. So I'm not viewing any surprises here. The level of opposition this guy has been in with is terrible. The only time he stepped up, he's lost, and lost by stoppage. And I get the impression that with the momentum of Hughie Fury, this could be another stoppage loss. I guess the caveat to that is there's a guy here with a numerically very sound record who I haven't seen too much of. You know, I've just had a little flick through his BoxRec and, you know, what's 3 or 4 clips of him fighting on YouTube. But to me, he just seems like a small guy who's going to be very wild, and I can just see Hughie picking him off from range with the jab. Expect to see Hughie landing body shots on this guy. He's a durable guy. Hughie isn't the biggest puncher in the world. It may go a few rounds, but I could see Hughie Fury stopping him here. The condition this guy's in, don't be surprised if it's one of those lovely body shots that Hughie Fury's working on that stops him here. It's a big stage for Hughie Fury. I know I said it's a big stage for the opponent, but let's not also forget this is the biggest stage of Hughie Fury's career. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. I'm predicting Hughie Fury to win. I'm predicting a KO by body shot, but yeah, let's see, and let's hope Hughie Fury keeps the momentum going. We've all been following him since the start, and yeah, look forward to this fight. Let me know your thoughts. Do you know something about the opponent? Maybe you're better informed than I am. If so, leave your thoughts in the comments section. Many thanks for watching.